heading out to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show.
Okay, so it's Tuesday, May 14th, my son's birthday, son Jake's birthday. Happy birthday, Jake.
Fantastic.
Anyway, Rick and I are going to the Mission District today. So Rick and I are about to get on the 33 Stanton Street bus coming right in front of the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witness there. And we'll be taking this all the way out through the Panhandle on Stanton Street and over to near Dolores Park, where we'll first go to Tartine Bakery and then Mission Dolores. Boy, look at this turn. You got to do a U-turn onto Market Street. That's a heck of a turn for a big bus. Wow. So now we're coming up on 18th and Castro. There you see the equal rights flag, the gay community flag. See Castro Street. Okay, we're starting our walk here in the Mission District at the Women's Building, which is a landmark from 1910. Okay, so this is the Maestra Peace Mural, one of the most famous murals in the Mission District. It's gorgeous. The only problem is there's three big trees right in the way, so you can't get a good shot of this.
Here's the other side of the building. Wow, this is really rich. Much better pictures here. The trees haven't grown as high here.
So here's Tartine Bakery at 18th and Guerrero. As you can see, there's no sign on the door. Oh, there's Rick Stoner. He gets around. Look at that guy. He really gets around. The customers lined up. Probably going to be about a 15-minute wait, I would guess. And here's the actual bakers back here putting together something. I don't know what.
Rich, how good is it? I mean, you had several there.
It's sensational. It had a double chocolate
and I think that's another way of
croissant chocolate
addressing that. Then
that kind of brioche,
this feels like
red pudding.
Red pudding. Fantastic. And Rick at Mission Dolores. This is the oldest structure in San Francisco from 1776. Franciscan missionaries started as one of the California missions. It's the only one that's still intact after 250 years. So here we are on the inside of Mission Dolores Church and Chapel. Look at that ceiling, isn't that beautifully painted?
Beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the main altar. They call it the Reredos, something like that in Spanish, from 1797. So Rick, here's a great little diorama of the mission back in like 1780, 1790. You see the main chapel on the left there, and then the courtyard around which the Indians and the priests and missionaries lived. And on the left side, you see that little cemetery is where my great-great-grandmother and grandfather, the Driscolls, are buried. So we're going to go see that next. So Rick, here we are on the old cemetery of Mission Dolores. It's a beautiful little setting still. And around, right along the side of the mission, you see among all these famous people like Arguello, so forth, we see this simple little marker. And this is actually for my great-great-grandfather and grandmother on my father's side, John and Joanna Driscoll, who died in like 1860 or something, although unfortunately they don't put a date on here. Rick, what do we got here?
This is incredible. This is in memory of our faithful Indians, the Indians who were basically looked after by the mission, I guess, when it was first founded.
How many of them were there?
Well, there are at least 6,000 buried.
Oh, really? Buried
underneath
the
6,000.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Here we are at Rick Dolores Park. This place in a weekend is mobbed.
I've been here. You couldn't find a space.
You can't really. It's true. You can't. Look, there's a lot of space today, but you cannot find any place to sit here on the weekend. And then we'll be going up that hill, if you can do it.
Well, what hill is that?
Well, it's the Sanchez Hill up on top there, but then you go down to Noe Valley from there. Okay, Rick, we're standing at the corner of Dolores Street and 19th Street, about a half block from where my mother was born in 1920. Now, if you look over my shoulder at that big building, sort of a beige-colored building on the hill.
Yep.
That is the old St. Joseph's Hospital. It's now condominiums, but the important thing about it is that's where a guy named Rich Casey was born in 1946.
It's a wonder you weren't a hippie, but
Well, you know, I have those tendencies. I'm a
well, we do know that.
Peacenik. You know, I got my Peace Corps. You zoom out, look at my new Peace Corps shirt.
You were in the Peace Corps.
I was, yeah. I was in the Peace Corps in Ethiopia with you, actually.
I remember. You lived in
a long time ago. It was 68 to 70.
You lived in a rather interesting part of the city, as I remember.
Toughest job you ever loved.
Wonderful.
Okay, now Rick, here we are at 3629 19th Street, and that is the apartment where my mother was born, and my uncles and aunts lived there with Nani, my grandmother. That building on the corner right there is now called the Guerrero Market in Delhi. That was my grandfather's grocery store.
Unbelievable.
John J. Dyer's grocery store. Rick, to show you how neighborhoods transition, this was all Irish Catholic in the early part of the 20th century, and then it shifted big time to Hispanic in the last 50 years.
Well, I think over 50% now.
Yeah.
It's Latino here.
So Rick, where are we right now?
We're at the top end of Dolores Park.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be one of the most beautiful views of San Fran that I've seen.
Oh,
so
really?
far.
Well, what are we looking at here?
Well, I think you're looking at the Bank of America building, the big brown one there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right behind
What?
it, you can see Transamerica.
Yeah.
City Hall over there to the left.
Where's that? Oh, yeah, the sort of the golden dome thing right there.
Well, I see a little bit of the Bay Bridge.
Yeah. So what do we got here, Rick?
That's a German church. I'm feeling right at home here, Rich.
Oh, really? What was this say here?
Well, it's the Evangelical Lutheran Church, St. Johannes, and I don't, is it Kirken?
Kirke's church. Oh, these are your
that
people.
church? Oh,
These are your
no.
people.
My people, but
From
then
1900. Well, what happened here?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's Chinese Lutheran now. Or,
Oh my gosh.
no, I don't know what it is now. What's that say in Chinese there?
Well, we'll need Nathan.
Okay, Nathan,
Yeah,
what
we
does
need
that say,
Nathan's
Nathan?
translation.
So there's Rick's people again, the German Lutherans who turned their church over to the Chinese Buddhists probably in the last 50 years. And Rick, I know how much you love laundromats. Well, this is the Mission District Drop and Wash. It's the second best laundromat in San Francisco.
You got to be kidding.
No, okay, Rick, now we're at Florida and 24th Street being the main east-west artery in the Mission. And what you see here is one of the great murals of people's struggle in the Mission District. Up there we have Martin Luther King and Oscar Romero. This also happens to be the rectory for St. Peter's Church, which is where my grandmother, Hazel Dyer, was married to my grandfather, John Joseph Dyer. So Rick, why is St. Peter's Church important?
I don't know, Rich.
No, you don't. It's where my grandmother was married. Nani, you met her.
Oh, Nani, I remember
Nani, yeah.
Great old lady.
So here we have St. Peter's Church, which is where John Joseph Dyer, my grandfather, and my grandmother Hazel Nugent were married in 1911. Right there. Here's a great shot of a guy painting the murals, actually. So now we're on Balmy Street, just off 24th, and this is sort of the center of an incredible series of murals all the way down this little back alley here in the Mission District. Rick, you can see from all these restaurants and stuff, this is really the heart of the Hispanic area of the Mission. You know, El Tomate, La Espiga de Oro, Locos Carniceria.
Well, where are we going to eat, Rich?
We're going to eat at a place called La Taqueria, up here a few blocks.
Looks inviting, Rich. This is what we've been looking for. La Taqueria.
Okay, Rick, here we are at La Taqueria, having just had a burrito and a taco. What do you think?
I think it was worth it, Rich.
Yeah? Okay.
Really good.
Well, yeah, it was pretty quick, too. I mean, these people really pour out the food.
Well, the business has died down now.
Yeah, but it was,
When we came in, it was packed.
it was hot.
Yes, it's our love soul. That's the reason